megabits per second and the drops of frame. As long as they are both green, you're getting good internet connection. If they turn yellow or red, now there will be like an issue with the internet connection you need to solve. Okay, that's an indicator. Cool? Cool. Okay. I like this how the sunset though. Okay. Okay, I'll start talking. Okay, you need to switch, right? I'll be talking to my camera. In 3, 2, 1. Now we're live from the Sony workshop in Dubai, and we have a special guest with us who's going to tell us about his experience with the A7V yesterday, because we were shooting an engagement and I gave him the A7V to try out for a couple of hours, and I think his opinion will speak for itself. So please welcome Jalal. Jalal is our photographer.
Well, thank you for having me at this workshop and this surprising podcast. And maybe we will talk about our experience last day with the A7V only, right?
Okay. And what was the the setup that you had? What was the event? Tell us more about that.
Actually, it was an engagement shoot, and we had so many setups according to light and location. So it was a long shoot for 5 hours. That made me be like I had to change so many settings in the camera. We tried it indoor at low light, at the harsh light outdoor, at the, before sunset, even at the golden hour, and later at night with the low light. And we had some issues like my recycling time for flash for the light. It had like long time sometimes. Okay.
But you were using like universal trigger, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's not like made especially for Sony cameras. Yeah.
So I had to deal with the issue that time. So I tried to make the ISO higher and shutter speed lower for photography. I'm talking here, and I was surprised with the speed and how responsive the camera was. With dealing with low light, with the basic ISO at 8000, I tried it, and how the autofocus was responsive and fast. Yeah.
And did you try video or not?
Yeah, I tried some videos, but I leave the video evaluation for you.
Yeah.
You can like make it, and I can say it's too early for me to give an accurate evaluation for the camera. I just tried it once, but it was like almost enough to give my not a review, just my opinion, my first impression after 5 hours of shooting during like different variety of conditions in light and even at the heat of the daylight, the daytime in Dubai.
Actually, that surprised me because when I was shooting video, I had another camera and it overheated because of how hot was it outside. We were shooting in the sun, and as you know, right now in the summer, it's almost like 50 degrees Celsius outside, and we weren't actually we weren't able to shoot for longer periods of times outside, let alone the camera itself that has all the electronics and all the heat. So I think the performance was incredible. I switched to the camera each and every time my camera overheated. I just took the A7V out of your hands and started shooting. It was very impressive. No overheating signs. It was hot in general, like the whole body was hot, but it didn't show any overheating signs. It didn't overheat. It didn't like turn off or did anything wrong. So it was a very reliable choice for me. But I wanted to ask you, how did you find the pictures coming out of the A7V?
As I said, it's too early to decide because I have to see them in post while editing. So I need more time to give my accurate evaluation.
Yeah, it was yesterday either way, so you had more time.
So far as I saw on the camera, I think the dynamic range is like is impressive. I think so, because I shot in some photos. I shot like at direct sunlight towards the lens. Okay, Still, I can find, I can know from the raw files that I can obtain back all the details that were almost missing from the edges of the faces. I think the dynamic range worked well during the contrast in lights and in the depth of field. Like when you say they are totally blurry behind, and they are in the shade, not in the light, and the background is well lit. Okay, so I think the dynamic range there, although it was contrasty in the area we were shooting in, it's almost, let me say, for now, before testing the editing, almost perfect. I think so.
You know, I was testing also backlighting in sunset situation, where it was very harsh. We were using 70-200, which really compresses the background and makes the sun very big. And the sun was going directly into the camera. And the bride and groom was standing there looking at each other, and I didn't see any information out of the camera. I had to stop down the lens a little bit, but it was just going to f4 or f3.5, as I remember. But the footage that came out of this camera was really impressive. How much information you can retain in post, especially because I'm not shooting raw video. You're shooting raw photos. I'm shooting only H.264, 10-bit 422 4K footage. And I was shooting also in Super 35 mode, so it was cropped in a little bit on the sensor. I was not using the full width of the sensor. But it was very interesting to work with the files that came out. They were very light, and I could retain all the information. We were shooting 10 bits, so I can adjust the colors as I want also. But yeah, as you said, the dynamic range was very phenomenal, especially in video. And do
you find it like a huge upgrade for a camera which is like hybrid for photo and video?
Compared to what?
Compared to, let's talk about previous editions, previous versions.
A7 IV, 3
and 4. Because I have tested A7 III before and I have it, but I need your like evaluation or what is.
Look, it depends on your scope of work. If you're doing something that requires photography first, you need the 33 megapixels, definitely go with the A7 V. It's not just like more megapixels or something. The newer sensor is better than the A7 IV and the A7 III. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made it, right?
So it depends on what type.
Your scope of work, 1%. The A7 IV, incredible camera, very capable. Now, the difference between them that I've seen, I've shot with the A7 IV, we've shot on it in the festival before, and we've shot on the A7 V right now for the past week, and I've used the A7 V in previous events, but what I've seen is that the A7 V is more reliable than the A7 IV in videos only, because it never overheats. Like that was an issue that people like had to deal with for a long time, but the A7 V never overheated, even in direct sunlight, without an external fan, without anything. The A7 IV, incredible, reliable, but not as much as the A7 V. So if you're shooting photo first, I think there's not much difference. I'll leave it to you, but I think there's not much difference between the A7 IV and A7 V. But when it comes to video, 4K 100 FPS, even with a crop, 4K 60 full frame, 4K 10-bit 422, you can shoot at S-Log3 freely and color grade your footage as you like. For me, the A7 V is a more reliable choice than the A7 IV because I don't shoot that much photos. You've tried both of them. What do you think of photos?
Well, let me ask something else because I deal with photos more than videos too.
Okay.
About A7V and A7. Yeah, because there must be a huge difference because. So as I heard before, even in short, that what is my priority?
Yes. Yeah. So usually Sony has like three main lines for the A7. We have the A7V or the A7 with a number, then the A7S, and so the R, I think for resolution, the S, I don't know what the S stands for, but it's mostly for sensitivity, I think. And it usually shoots like high, it has like a high second base ISO, same as the FX3 or the A7S III. And the normal one, which is the hybrid, it's the middle ground between the two. The resolution one, which is the A7R5 or R6, they have the A7R5 has like 61 megapixels, A7R6 has 67. So they are very sharp, very high megapixel cameras that can allow you to crop and post if you're shooting photos. They also shoot 8K video. So if you want to shoot 8K video, you can buy this. If it's your priority, you can buy this, but this is not a video camera. This is a photography camera for professional photographers. It's very expensive for a hobbyist to buy. Okay, I think a person who shoots everything, who just does content creation, can easily just go with the A7V and they will be fine. But if you're a professional photographer doing the work that you do, I know what you do, and you might be like printing billboards or something like that, the A7R series are better for you. For video, the A7S series or the FX right now. You have the FX3, FX2, FX30. These are incredible cameras. If you're shooting both, A7V is the most reliable option at the moment. So for your work, I know that you do photography first and you shoot some videos. A7R6, A7R5, very capable for you. It does the job. You want something reliable. You want something that doesn't overheat. Even with photography, some cameras can overheat though. You want something robust and also gives you images that you can crop freely with. You have all the details. You have all the sharpness in the world because this is the highest megapixel camera that Sony makes as of what I know. I don't know if they made something more than 67 megapixels.
Actually, maybe we need to test the camera. You will need to test it at least a week, a full week of shooting in order to something called review. The review. So
100%. Like,
so I'm considering buying one of more in the different situations like.
I think is a good option. Like if you have the job that pays you, rent the camera, try it out, see the footage, the photos, the video scenarios, then come back.
This is not only about me. We are talking here.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
This side, he needs to try it first. If he knows how to. Some specifications.
YouTube is there.
Yeah, YouTube is there, and he needs to check by himself.
There are a lot of YouTube channels. There are in Arabic, in English, in whatever language you have.
One good one.
Tech Mission. And the second best channel is mine. So thank you so much. That's a shameless plug. Either way. Yeah, thank you so much for your brief on your experience with the A7V. It was very interesting shooting with you as always, and I look forward to shooting more with you and trying out more cameras and getting your opinion on them because you are the photographer for all of our projects, and we always trust your opinion on photography. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me, and we have a clear history with us in teaching, training, and even in some projects we've done before, and we're still working together. Thank you for having me again. Thank you, all of us. Thank you, all of you.
And I want to thank the guys here who set up this podcast. And they're not getting much love in this, but thank you so much. You've done a great job. And I hope that you have got good information out of this workshop. I think we should just wrap it up right now and go to the Q&A and the final stuff to wrap up this workshop.
Maybe
okay?
This is the first time they make a live streaming and podcast setting, right?
I think most of them. Okay, thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for Sony for having us and letting us do these workshops. Thanks to Gearbox, also Gearbox Dubai, for having us in their place. And yeah, I'll add this to the main video. You can watch it there. You can watch this live stream. I'll link it down below. And thank you so much. And see you later.